Hi. So I think I am live. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Coming to you live from Waukesha, local home. Hi, me young. So I am going to give it one more minute, but I'm really excited, and then hopefully you guys can come and join. The Lord really spoke to me these past couple of days, and I'm just excited to share and really allow God to tell you guys what this is going to be all about. And let's see, Sheldon and Yudi, hi, or Yude, sorry. Hi everyone. Alrighty, so peace, be still. 3 words that anyone at the time who heard that and who saw the results of that were almost taken back. They were surprised. Modern day, they were shook. And they just couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. You see, everything that had occurred right before then, and by the way, I'm referring to Matthew 5-8. All right. So if anybody wants to go ahead and check the story, I do see that it's kind of, here we go. Let's write this. And so anyways, Matthew 5-7. Basically between Matthews 5-7 were where all these great things occurred, and it was the Sermon of the Mount, the great parables, which by the way we still reference to even day to day. Like, it is so relatable. It's such a relatable context, just not even back then but now. Many sick were healed, and that day was so beautiful and awesome because Jesus had pretty much opened up like the knowledge and the doors to what the kingdom of heaven was going to be like. So everyone's excited, everyone's like left to right, yes. And when that day was coming to an end, Jesus and the disciples went ahead and they got to a boat. They went off to sea and they had a destination, right? But what ended up, or what started off as a really awesome day, all of a sudden was like on off switch 360, in the sense where a great storm came by, and it was so intense. Now, we weren't there, but the one thing that I can kind of imagine is, now this is Wisconsin, the Wisconsin group, but there's always that one day in the summer where it's beautiful, it's hot, and you're like, this is the day that I'm gonna go on that hike. This is the day that I'm gonna go to the lake. This is the day that I'm gonna have my picnic at that one park, right? Like, you're off for adventure, and you go, you get ready, you put your sunscreen on, you put your shades on, you're just ready to go for the day. You open the door and like this kind of like brisk air comes in, and you're like, it's still pretty outside. Like, it's fine. And you go back inside, you go grab everything, you grab your keys for your car, open the door, and it's gray. And it's not even like the nice type of gray where you could take some of those nice photos. It's like dark gray. And seconds later comes this downpouring of water. And it's not the nice kind of downpouring of water. It's the one where you're like, if I go out there, I'm going to slip, I'm going to fall. If I go out there, a thunderstorm might hit me. Like, no, I'm going to stay back inside. Never mind, plans canceled type of deal. You go back in the house. So that's kind of what I could picture of, like, these disciples and Jesus being perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, never mind. Like, here I am, the storm, surprise, good luck. And, a little bit of how the perspective of it, in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they all describe it from their different perspectives. So said the wild waves, right? And wild is uncontrolled, raging, like nothing can hold it down, right? And it also covered the boat, which meant it wasn't just like, boop, I'm not just pushing the boat, like I'm coming, like these waves are coming at them left, right, up, down, side, bottom, like their hair is wet, their nose is wet, their eyes, everything is wet, and it's not safe. Mark calls it furious. Now, furious, it's like, oh, I'm gonna take a step, now day to days, I'm just gonna take a step back, like stay away, and it's coming at them full force. Luke was living in the moment. I love Luke's description where he's just like, this was a great danger. And when we think of great danger, we associate that with life. Like, if your life is in great danger, you better run, you better hide, like take cover, because you don't know what's going to happen to you. And yet these guys were out at sea where the only covered was their boat, and their boat was getting covered in water. So yeah, it almost seems like everything was just falling apart on them. And in this moment of desperation, all of their skill sets were failing. And actually, I'm gonna to the point where these guys, some of them were fishermen, some of them knew the waves. This wasn't their first rodeo, but yet they couldn't quite, everything that they put in was just in vain. It wasn't working out. And I'm actually going to read it off, because I love reading Desire of Ages. So I'm going to read it off. And this is from the chapter Peace Be Still. And it says, absorbed in their effort to save themselves, they had forgotten that Jesus was on board. But now their strength and skill availed nothing. They were helpless, and hope failed. So everything around them is just not going right. Everything that they try to do by themselves was not, it's not fun. But even though that storm was too big, too dangerous, too strong for them, they continued there. And not only did it start affecting them in, physically, but spiritually, it was getting under their skin where they started to fear. I'm going to quickly fast forward here, but Jesus wakes up, rebukes them, which, by the way, we're going to do a quick pause on that. He rebukes them, and he's like, oh, men of little faith, like, that was a great burn right there. It's cold, it's wet, and none of that. It's like mic drop from Jesus. But anyways, again, fast forward. Finally, Jesus gets up and he says, peace, be still. Peace, be still. And at that moment, the waves, the wind, everything just calm. See, with everything that's going on in our society, with everything that's affecting us left to right, we can probably identify with the disciples in that storm. That storm may be a little bit too big today, where we're like, but God, I had that job. That job was mine. I worked there so long and so hard, and now I'm let go. But God, I was supposed to graduate only 2 months away from now, and now I'm supposed to live stream it? Like, what is even that? But God, I had plans to visit my family, and now I can't go. The storm is coming around you. It's entrapping you. It might feel dangerous. And sometimes the more that we try to be in control, and the more that we try to be in the storm, we just find ourselves helpless, regardless of the skill set, or regardless of how much we studied, or everything that we've done. Here's the thing. Even though the storm was there, and even though the disciples were struggling, Jesus was right there all along. He was right there. And here's the thing, that the Lord wants you to know, watch her on the other side, that it's okay. My child, peace. Stop fighting. Stop trying to use your skill set. Be still. Peace. You see, For the Lord your God is your shepherd, you shall fear no evil. We know it and we recite it, but now is the time to claim that. See, the same God that in Genesis built the sun, the skies, the animals, the sea, the same God that through Jesus created this huge miracle in Matthew chapter 8 that stopped the wind and the seas. He's with you. And he's ready to tell you, hey, I'm here to give you peace. I'm here to calm your storm. And don't forget, see, he's there for you. And yes, just like the disciples, they kind of leaned on their own, they leaned on their own skill set. But here's a friendly reminder. Don't forget to be rooted in, to be leaning on Christ. You see, whenever there's a big storm, you turn on the TV and there's always a reporter and you see the disaster left to right. You see all these different calamities, nothing left but like way off in the distance. You see a standing tree. And I'm no geologist, I'm no nature person, but what may make that one tree standing was its roots. And when the storm, when the winds, when they come crushing down, like you guys see that back there, that's you see that big wave, like it's ready to get you, like it's coming after you, when it's coming after your job, when it's coming after your friends, when it's coming after your relationship, when it's coming after your education, when it's coming after you. Don't forget about God. Don't forget the root of it. See, don't give in to the anxiety, the desperation, the discouragement, because God is the opposite of that. He is like, I'm here to save you. I'm here to deliver you. I'm here to provide for you. I'm here to be your lawyer. Like, I'm here to be all of this for you, but I'm here to also give you peace. That stillness that you need in this time of a storm. And here's the thing, just like those trees that you're going to see in that reporter in the back, right? Standing firm and firm. You can come out of whatever storm is going through in your heart, in your mind, in your spiritual life, unmoved, untouched, secure. So, my brothers and sisters in Christ all over Wisconsin, and for those of you who are outside, in these times, don't forget that Jesus is right next to you. He can give you that peace and that calm. And when your foundation may be shaken, your roots shall be in Christ. Thank you. And now I got to get out of here. I don't know how to do it.